Hey guys, this is Mr. Mock, and I just want to do a quick lesson showing the connection between slope-intercept form for a linear equation and point-slope form of a linear equation. So when we're talking about linear equations, we're connecting that to the coordinate plane, which I have drawn here for you. I have the x-axis, the y-axis, and then I have a line that I've drawn. And this line represents an equation that we're going to go ahead and create based on the graph that I've given you, right? So when we start with slope-intercept form, slope-intercept form is exactly what it says. I'm looking for the slope, I'm looking for the intercept, and specifically this is the y-intercept. All right, so I look for the slope. To find the slope, you have to start with 2 points, and I look for the intersection where the line goes through perfectly. 2 points here. I'm going to start here at this is going to be 0, -2, right? -1, -2, and I'm going to count all the way up until I'm level with the next point. So I count up 1, 2, 3, and then I go over 1, 2. So that's up 3, over 2. And if I go to the next point from here, again, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, over 2. So the up part, the vertical, is always the top number. The horizontal part, the shift left or right, is always the bottom number. So what it comes down to, and what we had talked about in class, is we get this delta y over delta x, which is the change in y over the change in x. So the change between the y's is 1, 2, 3. The change between the x's is 2. So my slope is 3 over 2. All right, so now I have the slope, and now I need the intercept. The intercept we already talked about is right here. This right here is the y-intercept. Broken pencil, y-intercept. Oh goodness. Y-intercept, which is going to be at -2, right? So the standard form here, or not the standard form, but the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So now I just plug in what I know. Y equals, the slope is 3/2 x, and then my y-intercept is -2. So now I have the slope and intercept form, the slope-intercept form. When I talk about the point-slope form, this one, it's again just as it says. I need a point and I need a slope. So for this, let's just go ahead and use, well, let's use this point up here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's actually use this one. So this is going to be 2, 1 is that point. So I have a point, and I already have the slope. We already established that. So the point-slope form is you take y minus y1, and y1 is from the coordinate, equals m x minus x1, which again, these two are from the coordinate, and then m is the slope. So I'm going to do y minus, now what is y1? Y is 1 here, so it's just going to be 1. Y minus 1 equals, my slope is 3 over 2, x minus 2. So how are these two connected? Well, to connect those, I'm just going to go ahead and solve for y. When I solve for y, I've got to use the distributive property here. So I'm going to bring down the y minus 1 equals 3/2 x, and then 3/2 times -2 is going to be -3. And then I'm going to add the 1 over, and then you get y equals 3/2 x minus 2. And that is slope-intercept form. So all you do to go from point-slope form to slope-intercept form is you just solve for the y, which goes back to the last unit we did when we were solving for different variables. I hope that helps connect everything together, and I'll see you guys later.